We are set for a scheduled 4-rounder at a contract weight of 138 pounds. Dylan Capetillo, who's 1-0 with 1 knockout, representing Mexico, takes on James Pierce, who's 2-0 with 2 KOs. So early in their respective careers, someone's has got to go. And there is James Pierce, an estimated 21 amateur fights, former basketball player who works at a brewery. I guess that would make him a true brew collar fighter. Meanwhile, Dylan the Threat Capetillo, well, boxing is in his blood. He's trained by his father, Jorge, and none other than Tyson Fury calls Capetillo the best prospect in boxing. Let's get the official introductions now from Miguel Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action here from T-Mobile Arena for First on Prime. It is brought to you by Golden Boy Promotions and Samson Boxing in association with TGB Promotions. Sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Law, VMC Cocktails, Linear Protein Bar, and Mortal Kombat 2, only in theaters May 8th. Our 3 judges ringside for this one are Eric Cheek, Lisa Giampa, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. The referee in charge of the action is Alan Huggins. And now Premier Boxing Champions present 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, he wears the maroon and white trunks. He weighed in at 134.8 pounds. His record stands undefeated, 2 victories, both wins by knockout, no losses. Representing Phoenix, Arizona by way of Omaha, Nebraska, here is James Pierce. And now introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner. He's wearing the black, red, and green trunks. He weighed in at 136.2 pounds. His record stands 1 victory with 1 by knockout, no defeats. Representing Las Vegas, Nevada, here is the young, talented prospect, Dylan La Amenaza Capetillo.
All right, come on, guys. Okay, gentlemen, you both received my instructions. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Anything from here on up is good. From here on up is good. Touch gloves. Glove.
The southpaw James Pierce, not exactly on the fast track at 34 in his 3rd professional fight, representing Terrence Crawford country, Omaha, Nebraska. Meanwhile, Capetillo made his pro debut at just 17, and the fight lasted just 38 seconds as he blasted out Jesus Antonio Rios Castro. The guy's name is longer than the fight lasted.
Yeah,
April 11th.
That first left hook that Capetillo threw in his career, he was able to score a knockdown with it. So we'll see tonight against Pierce, as you mentioned, 34 years old, double the age of Capetillo.
And Capetillo's had a lot of experience in the gym, boxing since the age of 8 when he trained with Jorge Linares. At 12, he was around Canelo. At 13, he was in camp with Manny Pacquiao. His mom, Griselda, and his father, Jorge, run the popular Capetillo boxing gym in Las Vegas. So, Abner, he's been around the greats.
Oh, yes, he has. And you can tell, I mean, in his boxing abilities, this is a guy that we saw grow up. If you have social media, you saw this kid grow up before your eyes. And, yeah, this is a guy that starts fast. Speaking of Capetillo, last fight I was there, I was getting a soda by the time I came back. The fight was over. But, hey, something we were talking about, you know, op headsets. Perhaps the fighters might be a little dry. They don't seem like, you know, they don't have any sweat on them. They weren't, you know, ready to come out of this, you know, for this fight quite yet.
Well, that's
They weren't ready after a 4-round knockout in our first fight. What have they been waiting for?
Yeah, that's just part of being a pro, knowing how to time it. Maybe they kind of did have to fix that time a little bit
Nice
with that
shot
knockdown.
by Pierce.
Yeah, Capetillo.
Lands a hard right hand, Pierce to Capetillo, and Capetillo getting a first taste now of a southpaw as well early in his career.
Oh, yeah, and he already got that taste of those small gloves. He said in that first fight, they definitely feel a little bit different.
Pierce isn't here just to be an opponent, not to be the B-side. He's here to test the youngster. Despite his advanced age and also having just relative inexperience, Pierce is off to an aggressive start.
Yes, he's landed that left hand really good. And yeah, pretty interesting that Capetillo already taking on a southpaw. Like you mentioned, Mauro, I remember when I started my career, we tried to stay away from these fighters, you know, early
like
on.
Apollo Creed's trainer, Duke, you don't mess with a southpaw.
Yeah, they're difficult to fight, and then we can see it in this round. Really difficult for Capetillo to get in.
Under a minute remaining in the opening round, and Capetillo continues to search there using a sharp jab to gain the distance, but Pierce counters with a right.
Yeah, Pierce caught him on the way out, but Capetillo's finding success coming over the top with that left hand of his. Now also Capetillo didn't find out who his opponent was going to be this week till Tuesday. So that is playing a little bit. They had.
But at this age, I think you got to be ready, almost like in the amateurs, right, just to take on anybody you can. But I understand what you're saying. Still a short notice. There's a looping right hand that lands for Capetillo. Capetillo again, sharp with the jab.
And that's exactly what he said to us in the fighter meetings before he found me.
Check left hook there by Capetillo.
Yeah, now he's doing a good job, Capetillo. He's not forcing anything now in these last couple of seconds. He's doing a lot better, so you can't force anything in this fight quite yet. Figure out this southpaw opponent.
Yes, very composed at just 17 years of age and already feeling the heat from Pierce and standing his ground, accounting.
I know what they want to do. Listen, they want you to lunge in. Don't do that. So they can catch you leaning in. So don't do that. So this is what we have to do. Feint. We'll catch him in between, okay? Now you want to be the counterpuncher. You hear me? And when you get him, you go after him. Close your guard, okay? He's going back. And here's the right, beautiful left hand, right hand from Pierce, uppercut as well, timing him just like the corner said about Capetillo, but there's that left hook from Capetillo towards the end where he kind of seemed like he was figuring him out. So let's see if he listens to his corner in the second round.
The beginning of round 2 scheduled for only 4 rounds at a contract weight of 138 pounds, so more of a sprint than a marathon. And when you look at Capetillo, and there's limited tape, of course, but he really is comfortable fighting at mid-range. He's disciplined, composed, built around that left hook to the head and body. He told us he wants rounds, but he's always hunting the finish.
Yeah, and you can't really take too many rounds. Like you mentioned, it's more of a sprint.
But nice right hand by Capetillo.
His corner, as you mentioned, Amber, he wants Capetillo to let him lead the dance, stop rushing in, getting countered.
Yes, and he started that, early on. He made a mistake. It's okay. He's young. He's learning. He's learning on the job right now.
Series of devastating right hands by Capetillo, and Pierce is feeling the heat.
What a change. What a change. Listen to your corner always. They know, especially your father. He's telling them, wait, be composed, and wait for Pierce to get in. And there it is. Beautiful counter punching from Capetillo.
And that guard is wide open. And there's been a path paved for Capetillo's right hand right down the middle, Justin.
Yeah, he's kind of getting that angle a little bit, but he's also got to be a little bit careful, especially as he kind of develops as a pro on his exits. That's when Pierce is kind of still catching him once Capetillo finishes his combo. You've got to get your head off the line.
Yeah, he's lucky he's only throwing one punch, but yeah, if Pierce were to follow up with more punches, he would definitely catch Capetillo.
Oh, and Pierce caught him there with the jab from the southpaw position. Capetillo continues to march forward, backing up Pierce.
A little variation in the left hand of Capetillo as well, and he is a dominant lefty. Started boxing just orthodox as a kid. His dad
he is a natural lefty, right, but fights orthodox. Nice weapon to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, he said, well, just like his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, maybe he said hopefully history could repeat itself, but good right hand right there from Pierce.
Capetillo, as we talked about, saying that this moment has been written since childhood, told that he would be a future champion. He's now turning that vision into reality, of course, just beginning his professional career, but he said he wants to be the 3rd Las Vegas-born champion, following in the footsteps of Ishe Smith and Rolando Romero. Nice right uppercut on the inside by Capetillo, but he continues to cut off Pierce, and Pierce now clinching.
And I'm liking this from Capetillo. You're looking at a young kid that's making adjustments. This is his second round. He listened to his corner, the totally different type of fight that he's fighting in the second round. And before you know it, he's going to start pressuring and go for the kill. But beautiful round for Capetillo.
Thrown over 50 punches, landed 18 in this round, doubling his output from round one, so a much better start.
Nice.
Combination by Capetillo.
Once you get out. At the bell.
Pitching southpaw now, Capetillo.
Lands the left hand and just misses with a sweeping right.
Hey, bro, you're not respecting your punches, baby. What's wrong? You find your red. You don't want to throw because you're not throwing enough. What's wrong? Why ain't you throwing those hands, bro? Huh? You're not respecting them, doggy. What's up? Okay? You're respecting a little too much, doggy. Come on. All right, don't spit it. Drink that shit. Drink it.
And here comes a lazy jab from Capetillo, something he's going to have to learn. You can't just throw, to the body like that and leave the head exposed. You pay dearly right there with the right hand from Pierce. No, it wasn't a power punch, but little things that, the corner himself have to.
Yeah, Sonny Gutierrez reading Pierce the version of the riot act there, wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
No need to be listening to Aretha Franklin's R-E-S-P-E-C-T. It's time to get down to business.
Yes, and also when that was exactly what Capetillo, his corner, told him, lunging in.
Yes.
Round number 3 again, scheduled for only 4. Dylan Capetillo and James Pierce, both in the early stages of their career, despite the big age difference. Pierce, 34, double the age of the 17-year-old Capetillo.
Yeah, it's a kid fighting a man right now. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Capetillo. Again, the adjustments, now being patient, the jab, turning a southpaw to his left. Beautiful, good work.
And I'll tell you what, Pierce has improved from those first couple fights of his. He's been kind of competing in that team boxing league, so he fought just 15 days ago in that, so he's sharp right now.
And Capetillo, of course, the more rounds, the more questions will be asked and answered, and he does have a little cut underneath that left eye that he's going to have to monitor as well. So, of course, the more you fight, the more adversity you will learn to deal with, and of course, adversity is that's how you grow.
It is right now where you're going to see the mistakes you're making. A young Capetillo. I know he's going to go back to the gym. The father's going to tell him he's going to watch his fight. And little things like that. Even then, push him, make some room, and throw your punches. Don't just, stay right in front of him.
Because that's what Pierce is trying to do. He's trying to time Capetillo lunging in. He was inside there, and he kind of just accepted, staying in tight. He had both hands free, didn't try and throw anything. So working on the inside, especially against a southpaw, could really benefit him. Because the closer you get, the less kind of southpaw they are.
Guided by Cinco de Mayo legend Oscar de la Hoya, Dylan Capetillo, proud of his Mexican-American identity and getting to display his skills early in his career on this vaunted Cinco de Mayo weekend. And what about that? 17 years old, your second pro fight is on Cinco de Mayo weekend on the undercard of David Benavidez versus Gilberto Ramirez.
Yeah, it's a huge card for his culture, himself, his family, and he's excited to show how composed he is. And I'll tell you what, he's going against a sharp southpaw right now. That's a tough test in your second fight. Pierce is doing well this round.
Yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit. Again, fighting a southpaw on your second fight, not anyone would do it, especially at 17. So, good for Capetillo. And Pierce, he's been landing some shots as well. Good counter punches. They're staying at range. But again, the jab, the distance, good from Capetillo.
Oh, nice left hand there by Capetillo as Pierce was putting on the pressure. That left hand was, the right hand blocked by Pierce. Under 30 seconds left in the third round. Again, only scheduled for 4. Body shot by Capetillo. Right hand upstairs by Pierce.
Yep, and that was Capetillo. He lunged in with that body shot, but he kind of admired his work a bit, and that's how that left hand.
Oh, and the combination from the southpaw Pierce, and Capetillo immediately evacuates the ropes and comes back with a combination of his own. Maturity, watching growth before our very eyes.
Yeah, those are the kind of reactions you want to see from a fighter early on. Great comeback from Capetillo.
Toalla para sus
Towel.
Gracias, chico. Respira fuerte, hijo.
Deep breath.
Bien, hijo.
Good, son, good.
Okay, voy a limpiar el vocal, okay?
Okay, I'm going to clean the mouthpiece, all right?
Dino. Respira fuerte, hijo.
Hold it. Mira, Dylan. No vamos a noquear a todos, está bien, así boxealo como lo estás haciendo bien.
We're going to see some right hands like Capetillo was landing. Of course, beautiful work against the softball. The right hand, we know, it's always lethal, it's always key. There it is, timing well, there it is, patient. And he threw right when he threw, right in between those punches. So smart, little things that we're seeing from a young Capetillo.
Yeah, he was timing that jab. He slipped inside that a few times. Even came up with that left uppercut of his as well.
So that lets you know that this kid is not just throwing a throw. He's thinking in there.
Fourth and final round of this matchup. At a contract weight of 138 pounds, highly touted prospect Dylan Capetillo taking on the spoiled-minded James Pierce. Just his third professional fight at the age of 34. Had a relatively short amateur career. Former basketball player. Trains out of Sonny's boxing gym in Goodyear, Arizona. But Capetillo, very composed, methodical, lands a counter right there upstairs.
But he's in a fight, though, and that's what some matchmakers could really get worried when you have that opponent that's 2-0, 1-0. They don't know how to lose yet. Pierce does not know how to lose. He's trying to do anything he can to win this fight, landing some good shots.
You took the words out of my mouth. I mean, you got to give it to Pierce. Pierce is not looking bad in this fight as well. I think, yeah, Capetillo's winning, but, not a bad performance from Pierce either. Especially for, older fighter that he is, 34 years of age and only 2 fights. Late start.
We'll see if Capetillo starts to really kind of turn it on right now. He's letting
Look at the percentage of total power punches landed. Anything over 40 is a great night at the office. He's at 59%. And beautiful right hand popping Pierce's head back. And a sweet left hook on the escape. So using angles. I mean, this is why we watch these youngsters. And this is what he's expected to do if he is as highly touted as they say he is. He's getting a little bit of everything in this fight.
Yeah, he's showing that he can do a lot of different things well. Right now he's countering and kind of sniping Pierce, but we'll see right here as Pierce is pressing.
And Pierce has earned his paycheck tonight as well.
100% there. Beautiful head movement there from Capetillo as well. But I like that he's patient. He's not rushing anything. And he's not trying to look for the knockout. He knows this is the last round. And, all the younger kids would want to get a knockout. But
uppercut on the inside. Good defense along the ropes, but you're right, Abner. And I love the way he resets. There's great footwork, great balance. It's the fundamentals, the textbook stuff. And he's probably still reading a high school textbook studying for exams, but he is looking to pass this exam here tonight. And so far, he's doing a great job, but he's in a tough fight against Pierce.
Yeah, but once again, there's Pierce landing that great left hand. And Capetillo, he's moving a ton, and he's sniping him, like I said, kind of one at a time at the moment. He's trying to time once again.
But it's been a good round for Pierce.
Yes, and I would like to see Capetillo kind of use a little bit more combos, especially on the inside.
He seems a little bit tired in this round now, Capetillo. First time going the distance, trying to box, trying to use 1 or 2 shots at a time.
Oh, there's a left hand right down the middle by Pierce, and Capetillo slipping that shot.
Oh, Pierce closing strong.
Four-rounder here as Pierce having success down the stretch as he lands 17 of 73 punches in the 4th round compared to 11 of 50 for Capetillo. But overall, Capetillo has a slight edge, but definitely growing and definitely learning and definitely being tested and being asked some important questions early.
Yeah, and this fight, he's going to learn a lot from that fight, especially against the ropes. You saw him right there to close that round. Pierce caught him a few times, and also that gas tank a little bit because once again, Pierce was closing to end that 4th round. Not sure, maybe if it was a 6-round fight, that might have looked a little different, but Capetillo did really good work, showed he has a lot of tools in that bag of his.
All right, let's go back in the ring now, and Miguel Flores has the name of the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Eric Cheek, Lisa Giampa, and Patricia Morse-Jarman all see it the same, 39-37. For your winner by unanimous decision, Dylan La Amenaza Capetillo.
Capetillo's wearing a cap. He might want to take that hat off to his opponent, James Pierce, who gave it all he got. But this Cinco de Mayo weekend will be memorable for Dylan the Threat Capetillo. At just 17, he's now 2-0 as a pro.